Alright, how's it going, guys? We're back, and maybe you can already tell I'm feeling a little bit better because we're actually back to a win, right? So last week we had a pretty terrible week. I think we lost around $500, 3 losses in a row. Yeah, and now we're back with a win. Although today's price action was not ideal, we still managed to find a good idea. I actually left my trade around here. I left my setup around here. Market ended up fulfilling, but we'll get into that soon. I don't have much else to say other than I'm going to keep going at it. And today my trade was $321 made, but I think I'm gonna leverage a bit more from now on. It's just I did that because of the drawdown loss limit, right? So I wanted to like at least put another margin before I can leverage a bit more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, once I see some good setups, I'm gonna leverage like $400 to $500 per trade now. I had a few $400 wins last month, but now I want a bit more. I want to complete this eval, man. Just either get out or pass, you know. That's pretty much what I want. Now, today's price actions, let's go over it. It's not the best. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of what I'm looking at. So if we go on the 4 hour, I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. Am I looking at a bullish trend? What is this, right? This could just be a retrace into it, and that's what it looks like to me. Like it's not the most theoretical slash normal price action and order flow that you would normally see. But I guess what I had to tell myself was that, you know, the retrace was done in one candle, and now we're gonna come back and continue this bullish trend, because even Nasdaq is showing like a bit more of a bullish tendency, right? We went down into here, and you know, good jaws of liquidity. There's not much left to the downside, but there's like a little bit more tendency to the upside. So that's what it looks like on the 4 hour. Like I said, it's not very convincing, so I'm gonna go into lower time frames and see what I have to look at here. So I did that, and it's not that much better either. I'm just looking at if I could react off of like displacement or low time frame kind of trend slash, you know, tendency. So I'm gonna note down 930. Okay, so here's 930 on ES and on Nasdaq. We were slowly but surely going up into this jaw liquidity that both Nasdaq and ES had not taken out just yet. I think ES had like somewhat edged it. So yeah, and considering we're on a Monday, I'm not gonna aim for the really far high time frame jaws of liquidity, because it's a Monday, and if you guys aren't aware, on Mondays it's not very volatile and it doesn't go that far, you know, normally, right? Normally. So this draw liquidity was enough for me. I'm just looking to see if we're gonna follow trend. So Nasdaq actually starts coming down before 930, possibly grabbing some jaws of liquidity before switching and coming back to the little bullish trend that we have here. ES is doing somewhat of the same thing, a bit less clean, just like the other time frame. But yeah, ideally for me, right off the bat, I'm looking at, you know, we respect this little sweep, and we come up and grab the jaw liquidity on both indexes. But market was being a bit of a pain because it took a long time before I saw anything good. I'm gonna note down the 15-minute gap that I saw on Nasdaq right here. right? I'm waiting to see if we're gonna inverse it. That's one thing. And I'm waiting to see some form of entry, and I'm waiting to see if yes is gonna do somewhat of the same thing. Yes had formed this 5-minute gap over here, and I'm looking if we're gonna respect it. So a lot of different factors, really, if you look at it. It's like a lot of different things that could go wrong, and it's almost kind of forced. And what I mean by that is there's too many side factors to a weird price action day that could ruin my trade, that could tell me that maybe I should have left this day to be a non-trading day, right? Because if you look at this price action, how long it's taken to fully like go into the theoretical spots, the theoretical way of market movements, it took a while. And like normally market moves more efficiently than that, and honestly I wouldn't have like been surprised if one of you had taken a non-trading day today and just let market do its thing and wait for tomorrow. But that was not the case for me, and I told myself beforehand, so if I'm gonna trade today on a trade like this, on a day like this, I'm gonna do a 1-to-1 R, give me as much chance and probability of getting a win as I can. So that's what I did. So after respect this 5-minute gap somewhat, we come up, come back down, start forming a bit of bullish movement. Nasdaq was also kind of evening out with ES. ES had to come down into this 1 minute, and I believe around the same time Nasdaq comes down into their own little 1 minute gap. And it's at that point, no, it's not at that point. No, okay, I go into the market after Nasdaq respects their 1 minute gap over here and forms this very bullish candle. And this is actually 9:45 over here, so it's officially the time where this 15-minute gap over here means we're inversing it. Like, am I speaking normally? I feel like I'm not even speaking English right now. Like, do my sentences have syntax? I don't even know, but hopefully it's clear enough. Yeah, and we actually come down almost immediately after I get into this trade, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna post a 4th fucking loss in a row on this YouTube channel. But thankfully we came down into this little 1 minute gap. It makes more sense when you look at it on ES. Come down into it, and we fully come back up. And yeah, I closed, I think, tick perfect. And the reason why I did is because I looked back at it, and after 3 losses in a row, I'm like, okay, maybe I can move my TP to this one. And I did. And I got what I got. However, once I got my TP, of course, I was pretty happy. But I knew that, although I moved my stop loss to a bit lower, market had to come up and take out the real draw liquidity, because it doesn't make sense to stop there. And eventually we did, but it's really not clean price action. Like I said, ES hadn't even taken out, if any of you were wondering about an S&T, ES was actually, I think, tick perfect with the other high. We can look at it right now. It's 7574, and here it's, let's see, the exact same high. So we created equal highs, and it didn't make sense. So of course market had to come up and really take out the draw liquidity, and it did. So that's pretty much what happened today. A bit of a weird day, but I'm glad we're out of this losing streak, and hopefully we can turn this around. And now I'm going to be a bit more careful about days like this. I think normally I should not be trading on a terrible price action day like this. It could have gone probably either way. But overall idea was right. Price action was, your idea is as good as what market is giving you, right? So that's pretty much what I had, and I'm gonna leverage more, and I'm gonna pass this eval hopefully. All right, see you guys tomorrow.